everyone. This is Joel Añón welcoming you to your daily card reading for January 8th, 2025. If you resonate with today's reading, please consider subscribing to the House of Añón for more, and let me know below how this reading unfolds in your day. Today we are using the Tarot de la Nueva Visión, Tarot of the New Vision. This is a deck by Los Carabeo. They make very interesting, unique decks, and this is one of their series where they take the traditional tarot cards and they give you a different, alternate perspective. So it's like they take the tarot card image and they flip it around, and they let you know what's happening behind the scenes on the other side of that card, which is pretty neat. I think it's pretty cool. If you're interested in buying a copy of this deck, I'll go ahead and link below an Amazon link for you to check out. If you align with lunar placements, today the moon is waxing gibbous in Taurus. So we've left the Fire Nation. We've left the Fire Nation. We've left the fiery energy behind. Our daily card readings consist of 3 cards. So let's see what the cards have to say for January 8th. In that, right here, 1 card. Boop. We have the Knave of Chalices, otherwise known as the Page of Cups. He is traditionally a youth, an ingenue, an amateur, so to speak, especially when it comes to things of love, when things having to do with love. On this card in particular, there shows us this array of seashells placed before him. So it's almost like he's discovering these mysteries of the ocean. He's discovering these mysteries of emotion. There's mysteries like, how do fish just exist, you know? Sometimes I wonder that myself, Page of Cups. Sometimes I wonder that myself. How do fish do their thing, you know? We have the 8 of Wands in reverse. So, in this exploration of the emotions, we're seeing an unforeseen, almost like an unforeseen attack, right? We have this, it's in reverse. We even have this image of an angel with an arrow in its hand and a quarreling couple in the background. It's in reverse. So what this is telling us here, especially for you young ingenues, just now learning to navigate the ways of emotion, the ways of relationship, sometimes things aren't as heavy as they may at first appear to be. It may be that it's just a tiny little fight, doesn't necessarily have anything to do with anything, but there's mystery in this relationship, right? There's mystery in these emotions. Why are you feeling these weird feelings? Well, that's why. We have the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups, I'm just looking at the imagery of it because it's so fascinating. We have the king sitting on his throne. The throne is on the water, and behind the throne, we have all these tools. Some may say tools, some may even say weapons. The throne is anchored down by this fishnet, and up above, we have this ark in preparation for a flood. This card is in reverse. So the way that I'm seeing this, it's almost like we're preparing ourselves for this ultimate big fight. You're preparing yourself for this ultimate fight. Maybe you're even looking inward at your emotions in a new perspective because you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna do in this fight. I don't know how I'm gonna do in this quarrel, in this thing that we have to talk about together. The way that I'm seeing it, I think you're over preparing yourself for failure. You're over preparing yourself for this fight that isn't really that big of a deal. It's not as intense as you might see it, perhaps in your eyes. And remember, in your eyes, we have the Page of Cups. We have this mystery. We have this young, learning person, still learning about the ways of the cup, still learning about the ways of emotion. It doesn't necessarily mean that what's coming is so big that you have to prepare with an ark like Noah. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think we're over preparing. And one thing that's coming through for me right now is, are you practicing a conversation in your head and seeing the different outcomes in your mind before the conversation even happens? If you are, I used to do the same thing. Besties, don't do that. Okay? Don't do that, because then you're not in the moment. You have this whole script out in your head. And the other human being, guess what, is another human being. They have their own free will, and they probably don't even have a script in their mind. They probably, the way that I see it, they might not even know that there's a quarrel brewing. They might not even know that there's a fight about to happen. I say in quotations, because it doesn't seem to be this big of a deal. I don't think this is carrying over from these last few days, by the way. This seems like it's an entirely different situation. I think slow it down, breathe, gather your emotions, gather your feelings, gather whatever it is that's going on internally, and I'm almost wanting to say, let it be, let it go. If you don't want to let it go, if this is something that you absolutely have to bring up, bring it up gently. Bring it up as a question, but don't bring it up automatically, fists up, gloves on, ready to rumble. I don't think this is that kind of situation. I don't see this as that kind of situation. So approach this day, January 8th, calmly. Approach it with calm. Don't let the waters rise too high. Don't submerge yourself in this heavy emotion for nothing. And if this reading resonates with you, feel free to let me know below. Feel free to let our community know below how it is that this resonates with you. You might have some reciprocal energies with someone else, and you might be able to learn from each other. If you'd like a private reading from myself, please check out my coffee shop. The House of Añón offers 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute card readings, one-on-one, all through Zoom, face-to-face. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again for tomorrow's reading. Take care.